In this video, it analyzes how India is bulking up its military muscle by fast-tracking 5 critical weapons to counter China. Let's get into the details. On a surprise visit to Ladakh, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday told soldiers that modernization of the armed forces is a priority, and that the spending on border infrastructure has almost tripled. In an address to troops, Modi said India is manufacturing critical weapons and bringing modern technology from around the world for the armed forces, as the government is paying a lot of attention for their requirement. The visit comes amidst heightened tension between India and China. The de facto border between China and India is the Line of Actual Control, LAC. Both countries have a difference in perception of their actual alignment at nearly 14 different points. This has emerged as an issue between the two nuclear-armed nations. The latest flare-up was in eastern Ladakh and took place in Galwan Valley. Both India and China have suffered significant casualties. The Indian Army stated that 20 Army personnel, including a commanding officer, lost their lives. On the other hand, China didn't disclose its numbers. Indian radio intercepts indicate that China lost 43 of its men, whereas U.S. intelligence indicated that 35 were killed. BrahMos Air-Launched Cruise Missile, ALCM, received the first ever Fleet Release Clearance, FRC. According to military sources, the FRC was granted to BrahMos missile on June 10th during a high profile of various stakeholders held through video conferencing. BrahMos is developed jointly by India's Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, and Russia's NPO Mashinostroyenia. It's powered by a ramjet engine. BrahMos is currently considered to be one of the most deadly cruise missiles in the world. The reason is its unique features. 1. It has a supersonic speed of Mach 3, or 1 kilometer per second, providing very little time to intercept. 2. BrahMos uses a 300 kilogram or 660 pounds semi-armor piercing warhead, and also has very high kinetic energy, since kinetic energy is directly proportional to the square velocity. BrahMos actually has about 9 times the kinetic energy of conventional subsonic missiles like Tomahawk. The combined destructive force of massive warhead and kinetic energy is lethal for even the biggest surface warships and bunkers. BrahMos has been known to break ships in half in several tests. 3. It can perform S maneuvers in the final stages of the flight. This missile basically doesn't move in a straight line, making it very hard to intercept. 4. There are lots of redundancies in the guidance system, right from the INS, GPS, GLONASS, and GAGN, making it hard to jam. 5. The accuracy of around 1 square meter makes it apt for a precision strike on high-value targets. BrahMos A, or air-launched variant, has been integrated with Sukhoi Su-30 MKI. Sukhoi 30 MKI has a combat radius of 800 miles, or around 1,300 kilometers, which can be extended with mid-air refueling or using disposable fuel pods. BrahMos has a range of 185 miles or 300 kilometers, and this is being extended to 370 miles or 600 kilometers. With BrahMos armed Su-30 MKI, Chinese land targets and warships could be targeted from different directions by multiple fighters launching BrahMos simultaneously. The Defense Acquisition Council, or DAC, approved procurement of 21 MiG-29 from Russia. It's a twin-engine, multi-role fighter jet developed by the Soviets in the 1970s, but has been upgraded since. India was the first international customer of the MiG-29. The Indian Air Force, IAF, placed an order for more than 66 MiG-29s in 1980, while the aircraft was still in its initial development phase. Since its induction into the IAF in 1985, the aircraft has undergone a series of modifications, with the addition of new avionics, subsystems, turbofan engines, and radars. Indian MiG-29s were used extensively during the 1999 Kargil War in Kashmir by the Indian Air Force to provide fighter escort for Mirage 2000s attacking targets with laser-guided bombs. The India government has approved procurement of 248 Astra missiles. The Astra missile is developed indigenously by Defense Research and Development Organization. It will be produced by Public Sector Undertaking Corporation, Bharat Dynamics. Astra is 3.57 meters long and weighs 340 pounds or 154 kilograms. It features mid-course inertial guidance with terminal active radar homing. Astra is designed to be capable of engaging targets at varying range and altitudes, allowing for engagement of both short-range targets at a distance of 20 kilometers or 12 miles and long-range targets at a distance of 110 kilometers or 68 miles in head-on chase mode and 20 kilometers, 12 miles in tail chase mode. Astra is equipped with electronic countermeasures to allow operation even during enemy attempts to jam the seeker using electronic countermeasures. Astra also features an option to choose between lock-on before launch, LOBL, and lock-on after launch, LOAL. The LOAL option allows the fighter aircraft to shoot and dart away immediately after launching the missile towards the target, and this greatly enhances the survivability of the fighter. It carries a 15-kilogram or 33-pound high-explosive, pre-fragmented warhead activated by a proximity fuse. The government stated that Astra missiles with beyond visual range capability will serve as a force multiplier and immensely add to the strike capability of Navy and Air Force. As noted, the BVR class of air-to-air missile system is designed to engage and destroy highly maneuvering supersonic aircraft. India will be adding more Pinaka systems that will enable raising additional regiments over and above the ones already inducted. Pinaka is a multiple rocket launcher produced in India and developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, for the Indian Army. The system has a maximum range of 25 miles or 40 kilometers for Mark 1 and 46 miles or 75 kilometers for Mark 2, and can fire a salvo of 12 HE or high explosive rockets in 44 seconds. Pinaka is a complete MBRL system. Each Pinaka battery consists of 6 launcher vehicles, each with 12 rockets, 6 loader replenishment vehicles, 3 replenishment vehicles, 2 command post vehicles, 1 standby, with a fire control computer, and the Digicora MET radar. The system is mounted on a Tatra truck for mobility. A battery of 6 launchers can neutralize an area of 1,000 meters by 800 meters. Pinaka saw service during the Kargil War, where it was successful in neutralizing enemy positions on the mountaintops. It's since been inducted into the Indian Army in large numbers. India's government has cleared the proposal to buy up to 12 Sukhoi Su-30 MKI from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, or HAL. It's a twin-seater, twin-engine fighter developed by Russian aircraft maker Sukhoi and licensed built in India by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It's the backbone of the Indian Air Force, and it has more than 200 of these. It has abilities similar to the Sukhoi Su-35, with which it shares many features and components. Su-30 MKI is a multi-role fighter, capable of executing both air-to-air and air-to-land attack missions. It's interesting to note that the MKI version of Su-30 includes Israeli and French avionics. For example, the aircraft is fitted with a French-made heads-up display system, and Israelis-made electronic warfare system, and an advanced targeting pod. A squadron of Su-30 MKI consists of 18 fighters.